Hello everybody, my name is Freebiy, and do you know what day it is? It's Wednesday, which means we get the first snapshot of 2025 today. Let's take a look at it. So welcome to Minecraft Snapshot 25W02A, the first snapshot of 2025, and there is some cool new things to take a look at. And we're already kind of looking at some of them, so we'll just start here, why don't we? One of my favorite mods that I've been using as of recently as kind of like a, quality of life isn't the right word, but like leaves falling from the trees. Leaves now fall from trees. Besides like just the pale oak leaves and the cherry leaves. And as far as I'm aware, just from looking at the patch notes, it does affect every tree or every leaf, I guess you could say, in Minecraft. Like every leaf, even the azalea and flowering azaleas will now have leaves fall from tree. And I don't even remember when I started using that mod, which you've probably seen in some of my videos and some live streams. But like it's become one of my favorite just like visual add-ons, I guess. But that's just now in the game, which is awesome. I love that mod so much. Next, we have this. This is leaf litter. This is a decorative block that can be found in forests, dark forests, and wooden badlands. They function similarly to the cherry petals, or whatever the heck they're called, and I can't place them on sand. That shouldn't be a surprise. They work similarly to the cherry petals, where you can place them in 4 different ways. And I believe orientation also matters. So the direction you're looking, so let's put one like here. Right, yep, orientation matters. That's important. And besides finding them in their natural habitat, you can make them by smelting leaves, any leaf, in a furnace. Ta-da! It can also be used as fuel, but it's probably not a great fuel source because it's just literally a pile of leaves. So what's going to be 2 litters for one thing? So what? That's like as good as sticks, I think. You know what? This world is missing something. Hang on, give me a second. This was something we did for all the 21 updates, so let's do it here. This is just going to be our snapshot world for these updates, which these are not experimental features, by the way. These are just, you load up the snapshot and bam, there's all these things here. Sometimes, I know it was confusing, like some of the stuff in previous snapshots you need to turn on experimental features, but not any of this. All right, now we're talking. We got our little platform in the sky. There's some falling leaves from the flowering azalea, just to show that off. Since we looked in this direction, they have changed the crafting recipe for lodestones to not need netherite. Like, look at this. 8 chiseled stone bricks and an iron ingot? Look at that! Like, I don't have, it's a load, oh god, what have I? Let's not freak out this time, but look, the lodestone. That's how you make lodestones these days. Cool, isn't it? Boop. I'm going to use these a lot more in building, I think, now that they're so much easier to make. Next up over here, we've got another thing kind of like that. These are wildflowers. Look at it. I believe orientation matters again. No, for wildflowers, yes, it does. Does orientation matter for the cherry petals? Basically, it's the exact same thing, but these are like dandelions and whatever the white ones are called. They spawn in birch forests, old growth birch forests. That's what they're called, and meadows. Yes, you can bone meal these. By the way, you can't bone meal those, but you can bone meal. And you can craft them into yellow dye. Now, I don't know how to use commands properly, so I'm just going to use the spawn egg, but there are now pig variants. So we've got the pig we know and love, you know, the normal, the temperate pig, as it's called. This is the one that we all know and love. But there are two more now. Go take a look at them. We don't have to go far to see one, because there are cold and warm pigs, and cold pigs spawn in old growth pine taigas, old growth spruce taigas, snowy taigas, windswept hills, windswept gravelly hills, and windswept forests. Shabam! This is the cold pig. Look at you and all your bacony goodness. The other variant of the pig, the warm pig, spawns in savannas, savanna plateaus, windswept savannas, jungles, sparse jungles, bamboo jungles, eroded badlands, wooded badlands, and badlands. Booyah! It's an orange pig. Everyone likes pigs. Now, that's really the only change to pigs, is that they just come in different variants. That's really about it. Now, it should be said that when you breed pigs together and, you know, they're like different variants, it will not, unlike villagers, it will not be chosen by the biome they're in, but it'll be randomly selected by, I can't talk. It's randomly it is randomly selected from one of the parent pigs. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, I don't know if we're going to find one. Is it underground? I love it when ruined portals spawn underground. Why is that so low? Well, there are some changes to how these ruined portals can spawn. There's now chiseled stone bricks in them. And there's a chance to find lodestones now, which is pretty cool. It makes them even easier to get. This portal is at -20 on the Y. I've never seen a portal spawn this low before. Holy crap. Then there's a few changes to Pale Gardens and stuff. Pale Gardens should be bigger now. Woodland mansions can now spawn in Pale Gardens. Pale oak leaves and saplings have an updated map color, which is nice. And creekings can now be name tagged for freaks out there who want to name tag creekings. I know I wouldn't, pig, and I don't think you would either. And as always, let's take a quick look through the patch notes themselves, which there will be a link to in the description if you want to come read them for yourselves, just to see if there's anything that we missed, because here's the leaf particles, the pig variants, the biomes they all spawn in. Let's see, the wildflowers, how they work, the different orientations, yellow dye, leaf litters, how they work, the lodestone crafting recipe and stuff. Oh, that's right. There's new sounds for iron blocks and stuff. I kind of want to hear them. Yeah, this platform is... Ooh. And that's the same sound. Very metal. I like it. Let's see. Zombified piglins now need to be killed by a player to get player-specific loot, which I think is going to break some things. I'm not super into, like, piglin farms, so I don't know. Chunks loaded by a portal will now reload automatically when the world is reopened. Farm animals can now spawn in Badlands, which is big. I like spawning in Badlands. But it sucks to spawn in a Badland when you're playing hardcore and there's no food. So that's nice. Then there's some stuff with the narrator and realms, and then here is like all the Garden Awakens changes. A lot of the stuff I don't care about. There's the lodestone changes, technical changes, data pack changes, commands, stuff I don't care about. If you do, you can go check out the link in the description to go read all this for yourself. But it is with that, we're going to end the video. The first snapshot of 2025. Not massive, but I'm liking what's being added. wildflowers and the leaf litters, and especially the falling leaves, are awesome. The changes to lodestones, great. They're such a good decorative block. I'm going to start using them in builds more often. And then more mob variants, in my opinion, are always lovely. Because I assume it's not hard to do. You know, just slap a skin. I assume it's not hard to do. I don't know nothing about how to do video games, so I'm just going to shut up now. But if you enjoyed, please do like and subscribe for more. I'll try and do this as consistently as I can, but I make no promises. And hopefully, I'll see you next week for a new snapshot. This is not what I thought my first video of the year would be, by the way. I was hoping to have something else out by now, but this is the first video of the year. So let's make it a good year. Bye-bye.